Madrid lead the table over in Spain, that's right, with a 4-point cushion over their nearest and dearest, that's Atletico Madrid, who of course will come out on top this weekend. We're going to take a little look at that next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It's all about match day number 22, that's right, over in Spain. And we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for La Liga, Blabbing Overs, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right, it is a Madrid 1-2 at the moment, with Barcelona languishing all the way down into third place. They're 7 points adrift of top spot. Can they close that gap this weekend? We're going to take a little look in a second. If you knew where you've been, hit the old subscribe. Your one-stop shop is here. And also a big shout out to the members and the Patreons. You know who you are. But what we're going to do now, though, is revisit those last round of games and then kick on forward to this week's drama. Alrighty then, folks, let's turn the clock back to this past weekend and have a look what went on over in Spain. Here we go, recap. And of course, see how I got on over in La Liga. Las Palmas and Osasuna did draw 1-1 in the end. Predictions are on the left. My predictions are on the right. The real deal was on the left. Meanwhile, Rayo Betis did beat Mallorca 1-0. I went with a 2-1. Atletico and Villarreal only drew 1-1 in the end. I went with a home win. Got that one wrong. Sevilla picking up a point against Espanyol. Also backing the home side. Got that one wrong. Real Madrid 3-0 winners over Valladolid with a 3-1 win. Vallecano did pick up a 2-1 win over Girona. I went with the draw. Meanwhile, my boys, Sociedad, lost 3-0 to Getafe at home. I went with a 2-0 win. Meanwhile, Atletico Bilbao picked up a 0-0 draw against Leganes. Again, I went with the win. Barcelona put 7. I said 7 past Valencia. So, of course, Carlos Cobahan's boys. I went with a 3-1 win. And then in the end, there, Alaves won, Celta Vigo won. I went with a 2-0 victory in the end. Well, what about me? Well, I did pretty poo. We'll showcase that in the Super Brew. But what about, of course, the table? Well, the table looks like this, guys. As you see, it is Real Madrid. 4 points clear over Atletico, who are 3 points clear themselves over Barcelona. They've all played the same amount of games, heading into match day number 2. But what about, of course, you guys? Well, so let's take a little look then at the Super Brewski. Alrighty then, turn the clock back to this past week and have a look at the Super Brew. KP21 coming out on top with top bins there, 15 points for him. Russell Frost is in there, 14 points on the board for him. And then Dream Ali, 11 points with some Twitter 18 with the bronze. That's right. I did absolutely woeful, just 2.5 points. I think I was even late getting in my predictions, so please do yours. Of course, the table looks like this. Xander's still number 1, Music 1207 in number 2, Frosty all the way up to number 5 spots to number 3. Absolutely fantastic. I am falling outside the top 20 at the moment. Summer 2018 also taking a bit of a tumble at the moment. But if you see your name in there, please smash the old subscribe, smash the like as we continue with our predictions over in La Liga. That's right. As we look forward to those next round of games, they're going to come at you thick and fast. But remind ourselves for, of course, the Prediction League itself. How about this? There it is, the link on the screen. If you missed it the first time, still plenty of time to get a name or create a name about yourself. Anyway, we're looking forward to those next round of games, and these are those coming at you with a bit of an uptick in my forms here, my numbers. I haven't got the best outlay of odds, so we've still got the stats and the numbers and the figures. We'll do that, but the odds are going to be a little bit weird. So let's get into the deep end, starting with a trip to the Estadio Municipal de Barratec as Leganes under Borja Jimenez, unbeaten now in the last 5. They're 16th for the table, 23 points for the season, up against Vallecano under Ignio Perez. They are 7th with 29 points for the campaign. They played each other 23 times since 1997. We have 6 wins. Leganes, 10 wins. Vallecano, 7 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this very venue competitively was a 2-1 win for Vallecano back in the semi-final of the Liga, the Segunda Division playoffs. That's back in September 2021. They did play the reverse fixture in Vallecano in September. It was a 1-1 draw. Vallecano picking up a 2-1 win over Girona, most recently Leganes, with that draw against Bilbao to make it back-to-back clean sheets. Now here we go with those weird odds. Vallecano are favoured. That's all I can tell you. They are favoured. Leganes, of course, underdogs. The draw is about the same. But of course, going to go with a result, and I'm going to go with a 2-1 win Vallecano with the result, going with the bookies on this one. I've got a bad neck, really stiff neck. I'm really sorry. Getafe up against Sevilla coming at you this coming Saturday, the 2nd of Feb Actually, the 1st of Feb, the Coliseum, Alfonso Perez. Pepe Bodalas under Getafe right now, 14th for the table, 23 points for the season. Unbeaten now the last 5, up against Sevilla under Garcia Pimenta. Just one win in the last 5 themselves. They're 12th with 27 points for the season. Now they played 45 times since the year 2015. Wins for Getafe, 23 wins for Sevilla. The draws, there's been 7 of those. Last time around, at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Sevilla. The reverse fixture also a 1-0 win back in September. Sevilla actually won 3 on the bounce in all competitions and all venues against Getafe, but Getafe on the back of that one, a 3-0 win over Sociedad most recently, also a draw against Barcelona not too far away. Sevilla on the back of a draw themselves, picking up that one against Espanyol. Bookies on this one, going with Getafe. Sevilla the underdogs, but for me, going to go with the away side. 2-0 winners on the road and a big 3-pointers in the bag. Villarreal up against Valladolid in the Battle of the V's. That's right. That's coming to also Saturday, the 1st of February, the Estadio de la Salamanca. Villarreal under Marcelino, 50% form for them right now. They are 5th at the table, 34 points for the campaign. 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats over the last 6. Up against Valladolid under Diego Coca, they have just won twice in the last 6. Lost 4 of the last 5. They are rock bottom, 20th of the table, 15 points for the season. Now, they played 31 times since 1998, 30 wins apiece and 5 draws. That's right. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 2-1 win for Valladolid. In fact, the last 4 have gone with the away side. When I say have gone with them, the away side picking up a result, a win. That's right. Villarreal with a 1-1 draw against Atletico on the road. Most recently, Valladolid, though, losing to Real Madrid. Of course, the bookies for this, though, they'll go overwhelmingly so for Villarreal, as do I. 2-1 win in the bag for Villarreal. Let's go to Madrid now as Atletico take on Mallorca, coming at you over the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. Madrid under Diego Simeone, coming at you with 1 defeat in the last 6. They have 45 points for the campaign. Up against Mallorca, who are 6th, but they've lost 4 on the bounce. That's right. Played each other 37 times since 1997. 16 wins for Madrid, 12 wins for Mallorca, and 9 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Madrid back in November 2023. In fact, the last 3 have resulted in a 1-0 win in favour of Madrid, and both of the last 2 were on the road. So 3 successive 1-0 wins, but they are unbeaten against them in the last 4. Madrid picking up that 1-1 draw against Villarreal. Mallorca losing to Betis. Madrid also in action today against Salzburg in the Champions League's final game in the league phase there. They're overwhelming favourites for this one. They're overwhelming favourites for me. 3-0 winners in the end against Mallorca, who are, of course, on a good, sloppy, poor run right now. Meanwhile, Espanyol up against Real Madrid, coming at you over at the RCD Stadium over in Espanyol. Played each other 59 times since 1994. 9 wins, Espanyol, 44 wins, Real Madrid. There's been 6 draws between the two sides. Espanyol all the way down into 18th of the table. Just 20 points for the season. Just 1 defeat, though, in the last 6, but drawing 4 of the last 6. Real Madrid, 83% form for them right now. They're top of the pops, 49 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat in the last 6, and they've won 4 on the spin. That's right. Last 4 between these two sides have all resulted in the Real Madrid victory, including the reverse fixture at Madrid back in September. Last time around, it was a 3-1 win for Madrid at Espanyol. Espanyol on the back of that 1-1 draw against Sevilla. Madrid with a 3-0 win over Valladolid. Also, like their counterpart, Atletico, also in action tonight in the Champions League. Espanyol, massively underdogs here. Of course, the draw, don't even touch it. The away win, it is 2-0 winners for me on that one. Into Sunday's games we go now. It's Barcelona up against Alaves. That's right, Deportivo Alaves at the Estadio Olympic Luis Companys. Barcelona under Hansi Flick. They are 3rd, 42 points for the campaign. Unbeaten in at least the last 6, winning 5 of those last 6. Up against Alaves under Eduardo Coudet. They are 17th for the table, just 21 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat, though, in the last 6. They're on 50% form, 1-1 lost 1, and drawn 4. That's right, 4. Played each other 32 times since 1999. 24 wins for Barcelona, 4 wins for Alaves. There have been 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at this very venue, it was a 2-1 win for Barcelona back in November 2023. The reverse fixture, a 3-0 win against Alaves back in October. Deportivo picking up that draw against Celta Vigo most recently. Barcelona with that 7-1 scoreline against Valencia. They've actually scored, we've got 12 goals in the last 2 games combined, taking on Atalanta tonight, the Champions League. The odds for this one go with Barcelona. Yes, they are. Alaves massively unfancied. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Barcelona on this one. Meanwhile, Valencia under Carlos Corbejan up against Celta Vigo under Claudio Giraldes at the Mestalla. Valencia, of course, 19th for the table, 16 points for the campaign. Just 1 defeat in the last 5 for the boys there. Up against Celta Vigo, winless in the last 4. Played each other 54 times since 1993. 24 wins for Valencia, 13 wins for Celta Vigo. There's been 17 draws. Last time around, over at this very venue, it was a 3-1 win for Celta Vigo. That was in January 2024 in the Copa del Rey, Reverse fixture this campaign was a 3-1 win also for Celta Vigo back in August. Celta Vigo, though, with a 1-1 draw against Alaves on the road. Valencia losing to Barcelona 7-1. Most recently. The odds right here, right now, we're looking at it. Yep, Valencia are the favourites on this one. Celta Vigo, the underdogs. Could be tight, though. Going to go with a 2-1 win. Celta Vigo taking it. Meanwhile, we hop over to Osasuna up against my boys, Real Sociedad at the Estadio El Sadar. Osasuna under Vincenzo Moreno are down to 11th right now. 27 points for the season. Just one defeat in the last 5 up against Real Sociedad. Under Emmanuel Aguilera, they're down to 9th. 28 points for the campaign. They've lost 3 on the spin. Played each other 47 times since 1993, 12 wins Osasuna, 23 wins for Real Sociedad, and 12 draws between the two sides. Last time around, over at this very venue, it was a 2-0 win for Real Sociedad. That's back in January 2024 in the Copa del Rey. Reverse fixture was a 2-0 win for Osasuna, who have won back-to-back against Sociedad on the road as well. Meanwhile, Sociedad picking up a 3-0 loss to Getafe. They are taking on PAOK this week in Europe. Meanwhile, Osasuna on the back of that successive 1-1 draws, drawn Vallecano, and then most recently Las Palmas. The odds for this one, though, looking at it, it is tight, very, very tight, but Sociedad are slightly favoured. I'm going to give it to them because they're my boys. 1-0 win. In the end, Real Betis up against Athletic Bilbao, coming at you over at the Benito Villamarín. Betis under Manuel Pellegrini all the way down into 10th right now, 28 points for the campaign, 2 wins of the last 6 up against Bilbao under Ernest Valverde, just 1 win in the last 5. They're 4th, though, 40 points for the season. Played each other 59 times since 1994, 18 wins Real Betis, 22 wins Athletic Bilbao. Meanwhile, 19 draws between the two sides. Speaking of the draws, they did draw last time around in the reverse fixture in Bilbao back in November 2024. The reverse fixture at the previous fixture last time around at this venue was a 3-1 win for Real Betis. They are, of course, on the back of the 1-0 win over Mallorca. Bilbao could only draw with Leganes. Odds for this one, what are we looking at? We are looking at very tight, very, very tight. Bilbao, though, favoured still. And that's the way I'm leaning with I'm leaning with a draw, 1-1 in the end. Point in the bag is massive at this stage. And then finally into Monday we go. Girona up against Las Palmas on the 3rd of Feb at the Stadio Monteverde. It's Girona under Michel. 3 defeats on the spin. They are still 8th. 28 points for the campaign up against Las Palmas, who are down to 15th right now. 23 points for the campaign, winless in the last 4. Played 25 times since 2008. 10 wins Girona, 8 wins Las Palmas, 7 draws between the two sides. Last time around, though, over at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Girona back in September 2023. The reverse fixture this campaign in Las Palmas was a 1-0 win for Las Palmas back in October. Girona, though, losing to Vallecano most recently. Las Palmas with that draw against Osasuna. The bookies are going with Girona, overwhelmingly so. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win as well to give the home side the benefit of the doubt. And if I am right with these predictions, this is what the table will look like. And as you see it, it'll still be Real Madrid. It will still be Atletico Madrid and then Barcelona and Atletico Bilbao in the top 4. Going down, Valladolid, Valencia and Espanyol. That's, of course, my pickerinos. Of course, don't forget to get your own picks in using the link in the description down below. And, of course, we'll be back next time around for more predictions out of Spain. But until then, we're done.